This video is to help show how to install running boards on a 2013 Chevy Silverado. Hey guys, it's Back in Handyman, back again with another video. This is my beautiful 2013 Chevy Silverado. I'm going to be putting running boards on the side of it. I've chose ones like this that have the 4 brackets and long metal running board. This is what it looks like installed. I already put it on the passenger side. And as you see, when you open the door, you can go ahead and put your foot up on there, and it's pretty much a perfect fit for you to get into the car. Now, you can put them either a little bit more back or a little bit more forward, and you can see that by looking at this right here. These are the brackets, and they go like that as it points back towards the back of the car. This is the running board. On the other side, you can see it has the bolt holes. There's a couple on that end and there's a couple on that end. If you can see, one's longer than the other on the distance where it starts. So I guess you could put it one way or the other, but I dry fitted it on the passenger side and I seen which way I wanted it to go, so I put it on like that. Now you see these rubber plugs up in the inside of the side of the truck where you put it. Put those little clips in. What I like to do is take a little bolt, stick it in through your mounting bracket, a little bit, something like this. Then when you put it in, you can actually hook it into that clip that comes over the side, and then turn it and then screw it in when you get it up even with the hole. That's all that rubber plug hole was for, is to feed that metal clip into where you put the running board at. Then of course you have the bolts underneath. Now you want to make sure that whenever you put these on, that you leave these top bolts on until you get the actual running board dry fitted onto the mounting brackets. See, just run it in and get it started into the clip, just like so. Once you get that started, you go through and you do the rest of them same way. You run that screw through, you fumble with the bolts a little bit, and eventually what you got is you got 4 of the different running board brackets up there. It's really nice. I've had some before that only had 2 mounting brackets, and it don't really seem to hold the weight. They seem to bend down a little bit. As you see, these ain't the thickest brackets, so if it only had 2, it probably wouldn't work very good. Probably bend them down. Now you can see here where I'm actually putting the running board on. The brackets are still loose up at the top. So the main reason I do that is so that when you put the running board on and you put the bolts through on the running board, you don't have to sit there and mess with loosening the top bolts so you can get the running board bolts in. You always go through and you tighten all the running board bolts first after you get it dry fitted on there and where you want it. That way you don't have to fumble around with those up there at all. Me, I like to go through and use my impact. It's a little bit faster, but as you can hear, I'm walking down the street and got motorcycles driving down and everything. Anyways, you see, I got my impact out there, and I just zip them up real quick, make them all tight, so that the running board's where I want it on the brackets themselves. It don't really take that long to do it. I mean, I did this whole thing in like 14 minutes. Sorry I fumbled around so much with the camera while I was doing it. Kind of sucked the way I don't have any way to put the camera on a little stand. Plus, I don't want to mess with fighting with that. After you get the running board all zipped up with your impact, just go ahead and tighten up all the bolts on the actual truck side of it into the mounting brackets. Say it's a lot faster with the impact driver. And then what I like to do after I get all four zipped up there, make sure they're all good and tight. I like to pull out my ratchet. Yeah, it's ratchet. Now, the impact driver more than enough got it tight enough, I'm sure, but I always like to put the ratchet on a little bit, get a little extra tight, that way the lock nut or the lock washer don't have any, it has full tension on it. Now you get it tight enough with the ratchet. I just did a couple turns after I did the impact, so it all worked out pretty good. Then it's good and solid. You ain't gonna argue with that any. Looks really thin, but hey man, it holds my weight. I'm about 215 pounds, so then after you're all done, this is what it looks like, man. Pretty sure the same applies to about any running board. But thanks for watching. Bye. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Sorry about the poor camera work. I'll definitely get better.